Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, people online will just start in a bit. Okay, wait, yeah. I'm just thinking how did I do I used this last week, right? Okay, people online, just give me a few minutes to check, set up the things. Okay, can you guys hear me clearly? Just to double check.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thanks, Brian. Did you all not have physical class before this? Sorry?
We supposed to have the Madam teacher, but the teacher switched online. Will switch camera is off.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. Wow. Actually, we're not supposed to do that because the idea, yeah, is that we cannot tell people to stay home. We cannot tell students to, don't come. So we have to be here even if no one comes, because some student, okay, just in case some student randomly decides, wake up one morning, I want to go to class, then there must be someone in, on campus. Yeah, so the situation we want to avoid is where, people turn up, but there's no lecturer in the classroom. Yeah, and we're not supposed to tell people cannot come. Yeah.
What if suppose this classroom have the lecture, but the lecturer didn't come? There will be still
I think yes. I think that's enough. Yes, because the room has been booked for you, so you would be able to use it. I think there was one lecture where I think you guys weren't here. I think it was the week when people kena COVID in the lecture. So I think I still went to the lecture theatre, but there were people from other groups, other unrelated courses, who came in and sat at the back. Because I was like, whatever, there's no one competing with, to use the lecture theatre with me. As long as you don't what we sing, whatever, just use the room. I think it's fine if there's no class, but you just come in and sit. I think it's allowed.
Is this way work for the other lecturers?
Okay, off the record, I think there are some lecturers who basically just, tell students don't come or something, and everyone just no one comes.
Yes, actually.
Yeah. Do you, any of your lecturers tell people don't come? Apart from the one who said like the camera broke or something.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Actually, it's like the lecturers spread us in two groups. So this week we will have next week group B group. After week 4 or 5 days, already cancel market. What I will do
Okay.
Want to do that? So just follow.
Okay. Yeah. But my feeling is next semester will be fully face to face. If not fully face to face, then we will do the group A, group B thing. But you won't get to say like I don't want to come at all. It's like, so if you're in group A and it's group A week, you must come. I think that's basically what's going to happen.
What if because the group B is for group A, but group B has to be there?
Oh yeah, that's the thing we don't know. You see, it's like, so up till now there is no official announcement yet on what is going to happen. Yeah, initially basically we said if people want to come every week, as long as the classroom capacity is not hit. So it's like if the room is already filled and you still want to come, then we will unfortunately have to turn you away, because otherwise we're basically breaking the SOPs. Okay, right, let's just make a start, okay? All right, so before we start proper, I need to mention several things. Just let me start the recording. Okay, so today, the tutorial is quite short. It's quite straightforward. So what we will do is that after the last group presents, I will immediately, put in the marks and everything, and I will release it back to all the group leaders. Yeah, because we don't have time. It's already week 13, we don't have time. So I will release it back to you. Okay, the group leaders will upload everything on Google Classroom. And then you guys will have to check and sign the student acknowledgement if you haven't done it. I think you have, so I think you're fine. But some group leaders might not have signed the student acknowledgement on the feedback form, so you will have to do it in the class. Okay, I will literally hold you back until you email it back to me. Okay, but today's tutorial will be short, so we will not be like rushing for time. Okay, and okay, once you sign that and send it back to me, I will generate the marks list and release it to you probably by tonight, so you can check it and give me the green light to submit. Yeah, we will have to rush. We don't have time, okay? Because it's towards the end of this. Like next week is our last week of semesters already. Okay, so yeah, just pay attention, your group leaders. All right, so just check. Okay, I'll tell you when everything's ready for you to check, and you just need to check it and let me know. Okay, right. Let's just quickly run through our attendance. Okay, I know Brian's here. Okay, Gui Lin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Eileen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jia Hui.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Yushen.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Julia.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kai.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Sinro.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Esther.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jie Liang. Okay, Chun Sin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jinan.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Min Yu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Wen Qian.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jun Xiang.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Hong Sheng.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Martin.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Kian Fu.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Wan Qi.
Good morning, sir.
Wan Qi, come again, sorry.
Good morning, sir.
Okay, thanks. Sorry, just let me adjust the volume. Okay, Queenie.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that was good. Okay, Yao Kwan.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Rachel.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Jun En.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Xin Yi.
Yes, sir.
Okay, Haiman.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning. Okay, right. Okay, everyone's here. Okay, very good. Okay, right. Okay, sorry, just give me a minute. My gosh, I have too many files open. Okay, right. People presenting today, you may start whenever you're ready.
Good morning, sir, and my beloved classmate. Today, our group will present Chapter 10, and the title is Monetary Policy. I'm the Group 5 leader. My name is Martin Ng Jiang Seng, and my member is Yap Sing Yi, Ng Ken Fu,
Hello, everyone.
Lo Hong Seng, and Lee Chun Xian. Now I will pass the presentation to Sing Yi.
Thanks, Martin. And now I present the question 1. Define money and expand its four main functions in an economy. Money is any good that is readily accepted for purpose of exchange and in the repayment of debt. And the first main function is medium of exchange. The money is used as a means of payment as it is generally acceptable in exchange for goods and service. As a result, it reduces transaction costs. And the second is unit of account. Money is used as a measure of value of goods, service, and result. Because all goods are denominated in money, determining relative price is easy. And the third is store of value. Money maintains its value over time. We accept payment for our effort and keep the money until we spend it. And the last one is standard of deferred payment. It is used as a means of valuing future receipt in loan contract. And now I pass the presenting to Martin.
Okay, thank you, Xin Yi. No issues with your answers.
Thank you, Sing Yi, for presentation. Now I will explain the question 2. The question 2.
Martin, sorry, I think your slides have just changed. Okay, thanks. Okay, carry on.
Explain the rationale behind a failure of barter system. The failure of the barter system is a double coincidence of ones, and this means not only do you have to find something you want, but you need to have something the seller wants as well. This will cause the exchange take a longer time. Next, some goods are more readily accepted than other goods, and the other reason is the barter system not common measure of value. It is difficult to find out any fixed ratio of exchanging goods and service.
Okay,
Now,
thank you.
Now I'll
Right,
pass
just a minute, before we continue. Okay, okay. I'm not sure why you wrote that line. Some goods are more readily accepted than other goods. Okay, it doesn't actually answer the question. Okay, it doesn't answer the question, so you don't have to write that. Okay, it's not relevant. Now, but one thing you do have to write is you need to explain to me what is barter. Okay, you need to explain to me what is barter. You need to tell me that barter is exchanging of one good or service for another good or service without the use of money. Okay, all right. So class, I would say, when you're writing an answer, you need to ask yourself, why am I writing this? Otherwise, the examiner will look at it and will ask, why are you writing this as well? Okay. So like the last line, you don't have to write that in, but you need to include the definition of barter, which you can get from the lecture slides as well. Okay. Right.
Yeah,
So thanks, Martin.
Now I will pass the presentation to Ken Fu.
Okay, thank you, Martin, for the presentation. Now I'm the question 3, define monetary policy and explain the 3 tools of monetary policy used to curb the recession problem. Monetary policy is a central bank's deliberate changing of the money supply to influence interest rate and thus the total level of spending in the economy. The first tool of monetary policy is OMO, the open market operation. It is a bond market that are open to all buyer and seller of corporate and government bonds. The Bank Negara Malaysia (BNM) OMOs consisted of buying and selling of government bonds to commercial bank and the general public. OMOs are the BNM most important instrument for influencing the money supply. The second tool is reserve ration. Reserve ration is BNM that can manipulate to reserve ration in order to influence the ability of commercial bank to lend. If the BNM raising the reserve ration, it will increase the amount of required reserve bank must keep. So the bank would lose excess reserve, diminishing their ability to create money by lending, or bank may find their reserve deficient and are forced to contract checkable deposit and therefore the money supply. The third tool is discount rate. When a commercial bank borrows, it gives the BNM a promissory note, is IOU, drawn against itself and accurate by acceptable collateral typical government security. The interest rate that the BNM charge on discount loan is called discount rate. So if the borrowing of commercial bank increase, the money supply increase. Now I'm pass the present to Hong Seng.
Okay, sorry, before we continue, could we go back to question 3? Okay, class, do take note, The question says, explain 3 tools of monetary policy, but it doesn't stop there. It says, used to curb the recession problem. So you need to give me expansionary monetary policy and expansionary monetary policy only. Okay, if your answer doesn't distinguish between expansionary and contractionary monetary policy, so for example, here you just say open market operations instead of saying open market purchases, you will not get the full marks. Okay, you will not get the full marks. All right, because here they are asking you specifically for expansionary monetary policy. So you need to tell me open market purchases, reducing the reserve ratio and reducing the discount rate. Okay, not enough to just say reserve ratio and discount rate. Okay, class, do you understand what I'm asking for?
Okay, thank you, sir.
All right, so just take note of that, okay? Because the question is really specific, so you need to answer exactly what they want and give them only what they want. Okay, it's similar to the questions that say, explain 3 factors that increase demand. So if you talk about factors that decrease demand, you're not answering the question. Okay, so you need to give them exactly what they want. Okay, right. Okay. Otherwise, no other major issues with your answers, Kim Fu. Okay, so thank you. Let's move on.
Thanks for Ken Fu presenting. Now I will present question number 4. Distinguish between tight and easy money policies. Tight monetary policy is also called contractionary monetary policy. It causes when the economy face inflation problems. Then the BNM should try to reduce aggregate demand by limiting the supply of money. That means reducing the reserve of commercial banks through selling security, increasing the reserve ratio and raising the discount rate. The objective is to tighten the supply of money to reduce spending and control inflation. Next is monetary policy. is also called expansionary monetary policy. It causes when the economy face recession and unemployment. The BNN decided that an increase in the supply of money is needed to increase aggregate demand to employ either resources. To increase the supply of money, the BNN must increase the excess reserve of commercial bank through buying security, lower the reserve ratio, and lower the discount rate. The purpose of the easy money policy is to make bank loan less expensive and more available and increase aggregate demand, output and employment. This all I will turn to Lee Chun Sian presenting.
Okay, thanks, Hong Chung. Now, just a slight mistake, yeah, tight money, not tight monetary, okay? Here you see your slides, okay? Tight money, yeah, not tight monetary, and easy money, not easy monetary. Okay, now class, how do you answer this question? Okay, you don't actually have to write that long, okay? Now, just take a look at the board. Just need to see where I can write to avoid the reflection. Where's my line? Okay. Okay, so here you just need to say also known as what? Okay, and then you say what is the effect on AD? Not AD first, money supply first. Not monetary policy, money supply. Okay. Right. Sorry. Okay, and lastly, how it is done. Okay, now on how it's done, you need to give me O&O, okay, open market purchases or sales, okay, reserve ratio, okay, increasing or decreasing it, and lastly, the discount rate. Okay, this is how you answer it. You just do it twice for each policy. Okay. So yeah, Hong Chung's answer is fine. Okay, just that it could be organized better into this way. Okay, so for example, easy money policy, also known as expansionary monetary policy, it is used when we have recessions. It increases money supply to increase aggregate demand. How is it done? Open market purchases, reducing the required reserve ratio and reducing the discount rate. And you do the same thing for tight money policy, and then you have your answer. Okay. Sorry, just a minute. All right, so people online, is it clear what you need to do? Okay. Okay, right. Okay, let's continue.
Thank you. The presentation from Hossein. Now I will start the question 5. Assume that in 2020, the real GDP for country D has been growing at about 3% and the unemployment rate has been falling from the natural rate from 6.5% to 2.9%. Describe the status of the economy of country D. My answer is the status of the economy of country D is inflationary inflationary gap is condition in which the real GDP that the economy is producing is greater than the natural real GDP and the unemployment rate is less than the natural unemployment rate. And the B is the with a relevant diagram explain the monetary policy that could be implemented by the central bank to restore the economy to the full employment level of real GDP. The answer is the monetary policy that could be implemented by the central bank to restore the economy to full employment level of the real GDP is that monetary policy. The that monetary policy also called the contractionary monetary policy. The central bank will make a range of action to reduce the supply of money in order to reduce spending and make sure the inflation can be in control. The action that they will going are selling the securities, increase the reserve rate, and raise the discount rate. Therefore, the money will go back to BNM. This will cost the people save money more rather than spending and invest. In the diagram, you show the tight monetary policy cause the AD to shift leftward. It from 81 decrease to 82. The price also will decrease and the real GDP will from the Q1 decrease to Qn. This is my presentation. Now I will pass to Martin. Thank you.
Okay, just give me a minute, yeah? Okay, don't continue just yet. Let me double check because I have something to note on the report. Wait, yeah. Okay, give me a minute, sorry. There was something I noted down that I need to say. Okay, Chun Xian. Okay, I think you basically fixed your answer for the presentation, right? Okay, because the answer you submitted in your report is not quite the same as what you presented. Right? Chun Xian?
Yes.
Your answers in your report are not quite the same as what you presented just now. Is that correct? Okay, so, all right, I think that's fine as long as you know, okay, what's the mistake, yeah? Okay, yeah. Wait, just let me have a look. Yeah, okay, so I think that's the main bit, all right? But otherwise, based on your presentation, everything's fine. Okay, just that again, class, you can reorganize the answer into something like what I've written here, yeah? Okay, so what policy, what do you want to do with aggregate demand and money supply, how you do it, and that should be it, all right? Okay, thanks, Chun Xian. Let's move on to the next question.
Thank you, Chun Xian, for presenting. Now I will present the question 6. 6A is using a relevant diagram, explain how monetary policy could be used to close the inflationary gap. The diagram which can refer to lecture slide 20, page 26. The monetary policy that will be used to close the inflationary gap is tight monetary policy, which is also called contractionary monetary policy, is reducing the reserve of commercial banks through selling securities, increasing the reserve ratio, and rising the discount rate. Therefore, the money will flow back to BNM. And the commercial banks have lesser assets, reserve, and loan out lesser. Thus, with an increase in the interest rate, and people tend to save more rather than consume and invest. Lastly, a decrease in aggregate demand caused a shift leftward and price decrease, and real GDP from Q1 decreased to Qn, and the equilibrium point is decreased from 1 to 2. And next question B. Suppose the required reserve ratio is 20% and Alice deposit 200 ringgit in her checkable account and MCC Bank. Determine the amount that MCC Bank can earn from this initial 200 ringgit deposit.
Sorry, Martin, could you just try to click the slide again? Because we're still looking at the previous slide.
Now can see, sir.
Can you see it on your device? All right, okay. I'm still seeing the old one. Okay, maybe you just don't put it into slideshow, just press escape.
This.
No, just a minute, yeah. Okay, yes, now we see it. Okay, no need to put into slideshow, just keep it that way. Okay, sorry. Can you just continue from where you left off?
Okay. Amount MCC Bank can lend is total bank reserve minus required reserve. The total bank reserve is bank deposit at the bank plus the wealth cash. And the required reserve is checkable deposit times the ratio is 20%. Now it can get the total bank reserve is 200 and the required reserve is 40 and the answer is 160 ringgit.
Okay, anything else?
Thank you for all watching. I want to thank everyone for investing all your time in listening to our presentation. Thank you.
All right, thanks, Martin. Okay, class, no issues with 6A and 6B. Okay, the answers are all there. Okay, just that could be maybe rearranged a bit better, but that's fine. Okay, knowing how to arrange your answer is something that comes with experience. Okay, so thanks, Martin. Thanks to the group 6 as well. Okay, right. Okay, you can turn off your cameras. Thank you. Okay, now give me a few minutes. I will finish up the marks and I will release it to you now. Okay, so just be patient. Give me a few minutes. Okay, now I want the group leaders to go on to Google Classroom now. Okay. Okay, group leaders, please go on to Google Classroom. Actually, the rest of you can, but can also go look at it. Okay, it's just that I want the group leaders to do something. Okay. Now, so Brian and Edward, you need to download the script from Google Classroom, sign it and email it back to me. Sorry? Yes, just the group leader. Okay. Brian, you also have to do that, yeah? Okay. The other group leaders have all signed. Okay. I think I might have to change the date for some of you, but that's fine. I will do it. Okay. But yeah, Brian and Edward, can you all do it before the end of this class? Okay. So yeah. So now this is just Brian and Edward. Now, all of the group leaders, go look at your script and check the marks to see if I made any mistakes in the calculation. Okay, so please do it now and let me know if there are any issues before the end of this class. Okay, I'll give you 5 minutes to do it, something like this. Okay. Okay, Wan Qi, Yao Kuan, and Martin, please go check your marks, yeah? Okay. Managed to get it, yeah? Managed to get your script? Okay. Right. Brian, did you manage to get your script without issue?
Yes.
Okay, right. Okay, so
So,
just
After
sorry,
we sign, do we need to submit or what?
email it back to me.
Or email it? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Thank
Okay,
you.
no issues, no worries. Okay, now for the people online, I want to ask something. Yeah. Okay, if I were to do a Q&A session, okay, face-to-face Q&A session. Yeah. Okay, I book a room. Okay, you guys can come and ask questions. How? Okay, we will the idea is to do it maybe a few days or a week before the exam. Okay, how many of you would come? Can you raise your hands? Yeah, I know. People online, can you just use the raise hand function?
So what mean it means next week we
Oh no, not next week. Probably sometime in May, because your exam is on the 10th of May, right? I think 10th of May. So, well, I mean exam. I mean this exam. Okay, ABBE 1033. Okay, so I think it's 10th of May. So, yeah. So probably maybe a week or a few days before that.
so I can
Yeah. Maybe check your timetable. I think it should be the 10th of May for ABBE 1033. All right. Okay. Thanks, everyone. Okay, you can put down your hands. Right. Okay. Do you want more time to sign your document? Okay. So, okay, I'll just wait for you. Okay. Just a few more minutes. Okay, for the group leaders to sign the documents. Okay. Let me check. Yeah, Brian. OOI. OOIBY.
All small.
Yeah, all small. Wait, yeah, Brian, why is it all weird looking? Like I've lost half of my numbers.
Oh, is it? Because I convert it to Word first, so I can sign.
Okay. Brian, do you have some way of, maybe not doing it in Word?
Oh, because I can't
Okay, do
edit
you have
anything, like add
do you have
anything in
PDF?
PDF. Sorry?
Do you have PDF editor?
I think I
Okay,
don't
actually,
have.
you know what? Can you share your screen and let me see your PDF viewer? Try to open the PDF, your PDF on your computer.
Oh, okay. Wait for what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, maybe download it to your own document. Okay, can you see annotate with Kami?
Also use the
Yeah, let's see if you can use Kami. Okay, now, okay, try to type something under the student acknowledgement. I think can, right? Okay, now let's see if the numbers are there. Yes, okay, the numbers are there. Okay, now, yeah, try to sign here. Actually, never mind, I don't care about the form. Okay, can you just type in today's date?
Is the word in blue okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Yep, okay. Yep, okay. Now, let's see if you can download and save this as a PDF. Okay, you see the top row, yeah, okay. I think there's a download button. Okay, yeah, let's see, download and see. With all annotations. Yep, the middle one, that's correct. Yep, okay, so, yeah, okay, begin export.
Oh, so I have to change the name.
It's okay, no need to change, just email that to me. Okay, just double check to see if it works, yeah, okay, before you email it to me.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's okay. All right, so just email that to me. Edward, yours is fine, thanks.
Okay.
All right, okay, thanks, thanks, Brad. Yeah, okay, just email that to me, yeah. All right. Okay, I think we've sorted out the signatures. Okay, so let's continue with the MCQ. All right. No, I do not want to share. All right, okay, so Brian, just send that when you can, okay? Right, so now let us look at our MCQs, okay? They're not really hard, okay? They're not really hard, it's just that there are a bit more questions this time. Okay, now question 1, what is money's basic advantage compared to barter? Okay, what do people think? Question 1.
A.
Okay, okay, so we have an A, we have a C. What about the rest? Okay, right, thanks, Brian. Okay, now the correct answer is actually C. Now A is wrong, not because not everyone has the opportunity to barter, but rather that not everyone has money. Okay, students most of the time don't have money. Okay, right? So the idea is that not everyone has money. Okay, not everyone has the opportunity to barter either. Okay, so A is wrong. Now B is wrong because money eliminates the need for double coincidence of ones. It is barter that relies on double coincidence of ones. Okay, C is correct because money means you don't need coincidence of ones. Therefore, you can just buy and sell as long as you have money. Okay, now D is wrong. Okay, D is wrong because you can store your wealth in many forms, not just in the form of money. You can store your wealth in gold bars, you can store it in stocks and shares, you can store it in rings with big diamonds, you can store it in paintings or expensive handbags. Okay, you can even store your wealth in Lego. Yeah, okay, Lego is now a new source of new way to store your wealth. Okay, But yeah, money is not the only medium through which you can store your wealth. Okay, so D is wrong as well. Okay, so the correct answer is C. Okay. Now, question 2. If you are estimating your total expenses for school next semester, which most likely is going to be face-to-face, what are you using money as? Okay, so Brian says B. Okay, what about the rest? All right, just give me a minute. Okay, Brian, I've gotten your script. Yeah, thanks so much. Okay, right. So question 2 is actually the correct answer is A, unit of account. Okay. Now, just to give you something like a cheat sheet. Okay, like a tip for how to remember all of this. Now, if you are buying and selling, okay, this would be medium of exchange. Okay. Now, if you are measuring value, okay, this would be unit of account. If you are saving, okay, this would be a store of value. Okay. If you are borrowing and lending, okay, this would be standard of deferred payment. Okay, so is that clear? Right, so question 2 is about measuring. Okay, why? Because you want to know how much money you will need to spend in the next semester. Therefore, it would be unit of account. Okay, so A is the correct answer. Is that clear? Any questions? Okay, now let's move on to question 3. Okay, when economists say money serves as a store of value, what does that mean? Right, A is the correct answer. Okay, as I said, saving, store of value. Okay, so which one here, okay, which of the options talks about savings? Okay, the correct answer is A, okay, because you keep wealth in a way such that you can spend it in the future, which is basically your savings. Okay, you're holding money until you want to spend it later on. Okay, so A is the correct answer. Okay, now question 4, unit of account again. Right, what does that mean? Okay, right. Thanks. Okay, B is the correct answer. Okay, as I said just now, unit of account, anytime you see measurement of value, definitely unit of account. All right, so B is the correct answer. Okay, question 5. What does monetary policy refer to? Okay, B is the correct answer, yeah? Monetary policy is all about changing the money supply, okay? So B is the correct answer. Now, class, what is C referring to? Okay, what is C referring to? People online? Okay, very good, thank you. All right, C is fiscal policy, yeah? Okay, now, any questions on the MCQ from people online or people here? Any questions so far? Okay, if not, let's continue. Okay, now, what policy do we use to eliminate a recessionary gap, and what do we use to eliminate an inflationary gap? Okay, B is the correct answer. If you have a recessionary gap, you need expansionary monetary policy. And if you have an inflationary gap, you need contractionary monetary policy. B is the correct answer. Okay. Now, question 7, we need to look at the table. Okay. Now, let's take a look at the first two, yeah? Okay, which is question 7. Okay. We raise the required reserve ratio, okay, and we raise the discount rate. What are or is the effect on the money supply? Brian, double check your answer. Sorry. Okay, donkey, yeah. Okay, required reserve ratio and discount rate move in the same direction. They basically have the same effect. They will cause the money supply to go down. Okay, so the correct answer is D, donkey, down and down. Okay, so for questions like this, it pays to just look twice at the options. Okay, to avoid accident reading the first one and forgetting about the second one. Okay, now question 8 is about 3 and 4. Okay, right. So lowering the required reserve ratio and open market sales. Okay, what is or are the effects on money supply? Okay, boy, yeah, B boy. Okay, now lowering the required reserve ratio will cause money supply to go up. Okay, because banks now don't have to hold as much as reserves, they can lend out more money, money supply increases. Okay, open market sales. Bank Negara sells something to commercial banks. Commercial banks then repay Bank Negara in reserves. So reserves go down, lending ability goes down, money supply goes down. Therefore, the answer is B. Okay. Now, the last one, okay, 5 and 6, lower the discount rate and open market purchase. Okay, what do you think is the answer here? Okay, very good, thank you. So in both cases, lowering the discount rate and open market purchase will increase money supply. Okay, lowering the discount rate, commercial banks borrow more from Bank Negara, therefore they can lend more money. Open market purchase, Bank Negara buys securities from commercial banks, therefore Bank Negara pays the commercial banks in reserves, which they can lend out straight away. Okay, so the correct answer is A, up and up. Okay, now question 10, which is the tool that Bank Negara uses the most? Okay, very good. Open market operations, yeah? Okay, now, yeah, okay, we don't need to talk about the advantages just yet. Okay, now question 11, which of the following is true? Okay, the correct answer is donkey, yeah, none of the above. Okay, now let's take a look at them, yeah. Okay, A says each time Bank Negara does open market operations, okay, regardless of whether buy or sell, currency held outside banks increases. There's actually no such thing, okay? Currency held outside of the banks, okay, in the form of coins and cash, okay? They just do whatever they want, okay? There is no rule saying they must increase every time there is open market operations. They can decrease, okay? Now, why is that the case? Because think about this, yeah? If Bank Negara does open market sales, okay, they sell securities to commercial banks pay them in reserves, money supply goes down, interest rate goes up, right? Money supply goes down, interest rate goes up. Now, will you want to save more money or hold more money in your hand? Okay, that means you put money into the bank, you have less cash circulating outside. Okay, so basically what I'm trying to show you is that there is no need for currency to increase. Okay, it can go up, it can go down, it can do whatever. Okay, A is wrong. Now, B is definitely wrong because open market purchases increase the money supply. So B is wrong. Therefore, C is also wrong, A and B. Therefore, the only correct answer is B, donkey. Okay. Now, let's look at question 12. Okay, open market purchase. Okay, right. What do you think is the correct answer? Yeah, okay, boy is the correct answer. All right, Bank Negara, well, open market purchase. Therefore, it must be Bank Negara buys. Okay, so it's either B or C at this point. Okay, now Bank Negara pays, okay, the commercial banks. So it increases bank deposits at the commercial bank and therefore the bank's reserves. Okay, so B is the correct answer, right? B is the correct answer. Treasury account, if I recall correctly, is the government's bank account, I think. Okay, just let me do a quick Google. No, Bank Negara, no. Bank Negara is separate. It's like the government itself has a bank account. Yeah, okay, treasury account, just let me have a quick check, yeah? Okay, what is a treasury account? Treasury account which the Department of Treasury uses and from which, yes, okay, treasury account is the government's bank account, okay? So basically think about, Najib and his bank account at mBank. The government also has a bank account at Bank Negara, okay? Because the government needs somewhere to hold its money, right? Okay, so that goes to Bank Negara, okay? But in this case, the government is not doing it's not involved here, okay? So it's just, Bank Negara and commercial banks. Okay, so treasury account not involved. Okay. Now, any questions so far? Okay, if not, then let's move on to question 13. Okay, right. Which one is an advantage of open market operations? Okay, A is the correct answer. The important thing about open market operations is that they are reversible. So for example, if you sell securities and you change your mind, okay, your Bank Negara, you sell and you change your mind, you can go to the bank, the commercial bank, and say, sell it back. I'm going to buy it back from you. Okay, so it can be reversed and it can be done very quickly. All right. Now B is wrong. Okay, B is basically saying you can only buy and sell a certain amount. Okay, and that is wrong. Bank Negara can decide to, buy 1,000 securities. The next time they can decide to buy 1,001 securities. Okay, they can do whatever they want. Okay, and they can do it without notifying people ahead. Okay, and they can do it whenever. So C is wrong. D, I don't think it's actually required. No, I don't think so. Okay, but A is the definitely the correct answer. Okay. Now, question 14, what is the discount rate? Okay, C is the correct answer, yeah. Okay, discount rate is the interest that Bank Negara charges when it lends reserves to banks. Okay, I don't think the Bank Negara actually pays pays interest on reserves held by banks. I don't think so. Okay, C is definitely the correct answer. Okay. Now, question 15, which of the following is not a monetary policy tool? This one is so obvious. It's like, I'm not sure why this is a question. Okay. Yep, C is the correct answer. Yeah, Bank Negara cannot directly set the price level. That would be very impressive if they could. Okay, they cannot. Okay. Bank Negara cannot directly set the market interest rate either. Okay, because Bank Negara can only affect it indirectly through, changing the money supply. Okay. Right. Now, question 16. Which of the following describes the relationship between required reserve ratio and money supply? Okay, C is the correct answer, yeah? Okay, now just in case people are not 100% sure, okay, just let me show you. Now, suppose we increase the required reserve ratio. Okay, now what happens is that, excess reserves go down, okay, because required reserves go up, excess reserves go down, right, which leads to lending ability going down. Okay, and therefore money supply goes down. Okay, so we just want to focus on these two. Okay, if one goes up, the other goes down, that would be what we call an inverse relationship. Okay, so you will see that we use the term inverse relationship a lot for the law of demand, okay, and aggregate demand. Okay, because as one thing goes up, the other thing goes down. Okay, so C is the correct answer. Okay, any questions so far from people online? Okay, now class, you will notice that I have released 2 past year papers to you on Google Classroom. Now, the thing is that I don't think we have time to actually discuss all the questions because that is like 2 freaking exams. We won't have time to discuss everything, but depending on how much time we have next week, okay, I just need to plan, yeah, okay? I just need to plan this. Next week, I might pick a few questions, okay? Especially those from the earlier part of the semester, okay? And I will ask you to do it, and then we will discuss those in class, okay? Maybe not everything, okay? For the things that I don't cover, if we do our Q&A session, which is very likely to happen, you can ask those in the Q&A as well. Okay, but I probably won't have time to cover everything, okay? Because we still discuss the past papers. Okay, now just a reminder, yeah, next week we are doing replacement classes, so the times have changed, I think. Okay, just let me double check on intranet. Okay, what's timetable, my timetable? Oh, they haven't adjusted the timetables yet. Okay, right, I need to sort out the replacement classes, but basically we will be replacing classes, so I think your class will happen on Monday instead. Okay, but basically just wait for it to change on intranet, all right? But yeah, for those, I have requested a classroom. It's just that I don't know where the classroom is just yet. Okay, so we'll just wait for intranet. Okay. Sorry. Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Okay, group 2, right? I requested for Monday 12 noon. Sorry. Yeah.
Because if I not remember, we had the tutorial for another subject to S, which is 1:30.
Oh, yeah, I think that was the point. I think I picked it right before QS.
So,
Sorry?
because we have lecture until start, right?
Yeah.
Then after we have tutorial QS on the start.
Okay, so basically you have a gap between 12 and 1:30, right?
Yes.
So that is why I put the tutorial there. Okay, a bit susah lah, but I'm okay with eating in class. If you want to have lunch in class, I'm okay with that. Okay, but you'll probably, maybe sit a bit further, between me and you. Okay, I'm fine with you eating in class. It's just that, yeah, we just need to maintain a distance. Okay. Yeah, because I don't think your classmates will come as well either, right? I don't think your classmates will come for that, will they? Yeah, okay. If you don't want to come, it's okay as well. But if you... Oh, okay, right, okay. Okay, yeah, that's fine, that's fine. Okay. Right, okay, so I will work on the marks list, okay? You'll probably get it by tonight, okay? And so do pay attention to Google Classroom, yeah? Because we will need to sort out the marks list quite quickly, okay? So now that you have your coursework 1 and coursework 2 marks, you need to check whether they add up to, what is shown on the marks list, okay? So any other questions? Any questions? Okay, if not, then that's all. I will